We're back again, just me and Billy Penn. What's going on out there, my friends? So we're back. So really quick, let me turn this up a little bit so I can see you clearly. Got a quick question. Shout out to my brother from another, brother Dietrich Fields. So he posed a question. And, because we're talking about men, as usual, and different things this week, talked about Odell Beckham Jr. Hope you got a chance to check that out, about him and his $100 million deal. How do you feel about NILs with college basketball and college football? Do you think that it's destroyed the game? Do you think that it's made it a game where, it's not really a game anymore, where people are making an absurd amount of money even just to play? But let's hear what Coach Cal had to say about this. And this is John Calipari. For those of you who don't know, I hope you know college basketball. Hold on, let me turn this up. All right. Here we go. Check it out.
There are a lot of older gentlemen with beards playing basketball in college right now. There are. So the one that's crazy is the guy comes in and he's waving to his kids up in the seats. And you're like, wait a minute, the guy got 2 kids. He's still playing college basketball. Crazy thing, he's using NIL for his first wife's alimony. And now he's still playing college basketball. Are we nuts? So now you have these kind of games and these kind of scores. That team is really old. My guess is, again, we're probably the youngest team in the SEC. We'll be one of the 3 youngest teams in the SEC. Those teams are old. Last year, every team was old in our league. They were old. And so now you're going to have those kind of things. And you're also going to have a team like a Fresno beat somebody because they got all grad students, seniors, and their average age is 25.
All right, so you heard that, and you can go check it out. Shout out to Dietrich, and just like with anybody else, if you have any subjects, anything that you want covered, and we'll pull it in, we'll do it. All right, as long as it's within reason. So, NIL money. I remember there were the O'Bannon brothers way back. If you get a chance, back when March Madness was really mad, back in the 90s, and they played for UCLA and they won a national title with UCLA. One of the most exciting teams I ever watched play, the Bruins, and in basketball. And so I can't remember which brother it was, but one of them filed, and this is years ago, saying, hey, listen, you guys are using our likenesses on these games. Why in the world don't we have a piece of the pie? And at first, people were thinking about it. Oh, well, you know what? You get a free education. You get this, you get that. Until one day I heard with the whole Penn State thing, with the Sandusky stuff that was going on back in Penn State some years back, Penn State football, that Penn State football was generating, and this is at the time, 10, 15 years ago, that they were generating over $60 million per season. $60 million per season. And that was back then. Do you know what these TV deals and advertising and all of this stuff, what these colleges are making? What these, Lane Kiffin just took a job at LSU. Football coach. Guy, I think they're going to pay him upwards of $13 million a year. $13 million a year. That's more than most professional coaches make by at least 3 times. So the money that's floating around in college is absurd. So to go back to Dietrich's point, because he was asking me, just to kind of speak on and everything. And John Calipari, this has been his stick for years. So he's very opinionated. He speaks out, although he had been caught in some different things like UMass back with Tyrone Weeks and Marcus Camby and some of those other guys. I believe they may have had to have wins vacated. I'm not sure. Just check. I think they went to the Final Four. I remember that unbelievable team with Memphis that came a couple of Derrick Rose free throws away from winning that national championship when he was the head basketball coach at Memphis. There were some improprieties there. So when I think about that kind of stuff, in all honesty, great basketball coach, but John Calipari is the last one to be talking about anybody in some NIL deals. To me, it doesn't matter how old they are. You're going to have people, who get into situations where, hey, listen, yeah, they may be a little older, but if they're a little older, maybe your younger guys can run them off the court faster. I don't know. Or maybe you may have to go get some older transfers. You got to see how it works out. But the whole thing with the NIL deal, listen, kind of just don't want to hear it anymore because everybody is making bread. Everybody's making money. So I just thought that was kind of out of line. And it's probably a fictitious story that he was telling about the guy being up in the bleachers with the couple kids and all this and all that. But what I'm saying to you is that even if that is the case, as long as it's within the rules, I don't see what the issue is. I don't even know what the age is that you can play college sports until. I don't know if it's 26, 20, I don't know. You'd have to look that up. But as far as the NIL money and things like that, if those guys are entitled to it, because once again, still just a small fraction of what the school is bringing in. And it's like one of those things. It's the cost of doing business. Because what's going to happen for it? Who's going to pay for those NIL deals and everything? Is the school paying for it? Indirectly. But they just signed this contract. They just signed a new TV contract. They get free uniforms, free equipment, free this, free sneakers, free all this other kind of stuff. But who are the people who usually typically wind up paying anyway? You and me. When we go to these games. When we watch these games, we got to watch 800 commercials. I don't even like Pepsi. I drink Coke. But still got to sit through a bunch of Pepsi commercials. I do like you, Pepsi, if one day you happen to be a sponsor. But you get what I'm saying. So yeah, so just keep this whatever comments coming and everything. And like I said, Dietrich, like a brother from another mother, hey man, you do good. Thank you for inviting me when I was down there in Virginia. You and your wife for having me. And hey, if anybody else has any other comments, just send them in. Maybe we'll talk about them. But until then, make sure you live life. Don't let life live you.